You're listening to the audio production of The 5 Money Personalities, Speaking the Same Love and Money Language by Taylor and Megan Kovar, published by Thomas Nelson and read by Amanda Sanfilippo and John Watson.
We dedicate this book to our children. They are the why behind everything we do. We love you. Introduction. In 2004, I decided to do something bold. A 2005 Mustang had just arrived on the lot of a local dealership, and it was the only car of its kind in town. I was 18 and working at a plywood mill, making enough money to get by, but definitely not enough to buy a new car. The thought of owning anything other than a used beater had never entered my mind. Until I saw that Stang. She called to me. I had to have her. Driving off the lot, I felt like $1,000,000. Everywhere I went, people would stop and stare as I drove past. When I parked at the store or the movie theater, strangers would tell me how nice my car was. A custom Kovar license plate let everyone know just who the baller in the gray Mustang was. I knew what they were thinking when they watched me cruise down Main Street. There goes Taylor Kovar. He's the man. Everyone was impressed. Everyone was jealous. Everyone knew I was on the rise. But as nice as it was to get all the smiles and thumbs up from my buddies, there was only one person I wanted to impress. When I signed the last page of that contract and those keys landed in my palm, I was only thinking about one lady's praise, the future Mrs. Kovar. Driving over to Megan's house in my brand new ride, I knew she was going to lose her mind. She wouldn't be able to believe how blessed she was dating such a high roller. She saw me roll up, and just as I'd expected, she was speechless. Unfortunately, it was for all the wrong reasons. You've never seen a baller deflate so quickly. No high roller has ever fallen so low. No man has ever so quickly become not the man. Buying that car was the dumbest thing I could have done. Megan didn't have to say much to convince me of this. She had the facts on her side. Never mind that my father had to co-sign on the loan, even after trying to talk me out of it. Never mind that the $22,000 it cost me was about $20,000 more than I had. Never mind that I was working the graveyard shift at the mill, and the last thing I needed was a flashy car to get me to and from work. The thing was a disaster on wheels. Here's some truth. It doesn't matter how pretty your car is if the gas tank doesn't work. Most of the time, I could only get about half a tank before the pump would register the car as full and
Sample complete. Ready to continue?